Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Tomika.
This is our review of the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Mandalorian action figure. And this is the first version, obviously, because that's the only one that's out so far. They do have a second version where he's got his Beskar armor and he comes with the Chowd. But this is the first one. And I like this one too. I thought it was really awesome when he switches to his Beskar armor, but I still kind of like this one because this kind of looks like beat up and almost like a post-apocalyptic, even though it's Star Wars. I like this version too.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish it would have came with a child, but it does not.
He looks like he's been through some shit.
Yeah, he does. And his armor is all dinged up because it's not Beskar. And it's got this new little band that they've been putting on Hot Toys Star Wars lately, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, yeah, it's just usual Star Wars Hot Toys box. Do it. And you take that off, and there's a really big, cool looking picture. And then you take that off, and there he is. He comes with a decent amount of stuff, even though he doesn't come with the chow.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we can get him out of there.
Open him up.
I was just opening him and it sounded really dramatic, so I'm going to do it again and see if it does it again. Okay. Okay, so there he is, open up with all of his accessories. And he's got a lot of cool accessories. You can see he's got his base back there, real nice sandy base, little wrist pegs, and then he's got 4 alternate hands. He's got a stormtrooper helmet, goes on to the little pike or whatever, and he's got the alternate original shoulder pad before he gets it replaced. He's got his big long rifle type gun that shoots this electricity. He's got tracking fob, a little detonator, his blaster, and then the 2 little pikes or stakes or whatever you want to call them things. So he comes with a decent amount of accessories.
Yeah.
I guess you can count that as an accessory too, because it switches. There's holes in the base for them little spiky things to go into. As you can see, there's a hole in the helmet that the spike goes up through. And it's a little different than the helmet that you get with Wicket if you got that helmet. Because the helmet with Wicket, this is all finished and has all the technology and everything in there. But that's fine, because it still looks pretty damn awesome. Okay, so Zombie Cat got the base set up. And the Stormtrooper helmet through the spike. And I love that blood that's coming out of the crack in the head. Blood coming out of the little vent or whatever. And I love the weathering on it too.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it jiggles around a lot when you move it. And it's got the ripped up cloth hanging from it. And I like that these look metal, almost like they're rusted at the top. It's pretty cool. And the base is cool the way they usually, when they do sand, it's like real flat. But this is like sand with ridges and bumps in it.
It's a very 3D.
And we're just talking about the Stormtrooper helmet that comes with the Wicket. The Wicket Leia set. See how it's finished in there. But I don't know if I really want this to go with Wicket. So I might just stick it on here for Mando. It doesn't go through it like that one does, but I could still stick it there. I don't know. Maybe.
If you really wanted to, you could put a hole in it, but I don't know.
Could. It might, if Mando's going to be right here though, it might block it off completely, so I don't know if it'd be really worth it.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see. You could also flip this to point backwards too, if you want.
And you could just spin them around, because they're both kind of at a bit of an angle. The shorter one is more angled than the long one.
Yeah. And here's his big rifle, which is pretty cool. And if you've seen the Star Wars Holiday Special,
You poor thing. If you have.
Boba Fett had a gun like this. And it was cool that the Mandalorian has one. And I haven't tried to stick this on here. I don't know if there's some certain way. Well, that works. But that's pretty cool.
It looks right.
And this is similar to the one that came with Palpatine, where it almost looks like it's glowing just by itself with light shining on it, which is really cool. It's a very detailed gun too. Mm-hmm. All kinds of different colors in it. And that looks like wood. And as Almagat said, she's looking through the directions. When you put it on him, on his back, this little thing has to come over and I guess connect right there on his belt. So that's pretty cool. You can move this little scope also from the gun. It's on pegs, which he uses in the show. So that's pretty cool. There's a look at his hand blaster. Handgun. I want to call it a handgun.
Hand blaster. You just blast people's hands only.
Yeah. Well, let's call it a handgun, hand blaster, whatever. But similar to like Jango Fett's guns and Boba Fett's guns, and even Han Solo's gun, it looked kind of like a cowboy gun in the way it's shaped. Or not futuristic, but space cowboy. And the tracking fob, which me and Zombiecat talked about it. It seems like these make it seem a little too easy for the bounty hunters to find people. Like, it seems like they don't need as much skill to locate someone when this just tells you exactly where someone is.
Yeah.
But still, it's part of the show, and I'm glad they included it. This, I thought, I wasn't sure what it was. First, I thought it was a restraining bolt for a droid, but then I thought, well, maybe it's a puck, but I didn't think pucks looked like that. And then Zombiecat looked, and it's a detonator. And it goes on his belt right there with the other ones. And I don't believe the other ones come off.
No,
they really don't feel like it. But you can put this one in there if you don't want them using it right now. So that's pretty cool.
His little tracker can go on his belt too.
Oh. We'll put his...
I think that's, you put the pointy end down in there.
The directions they show the tracking fob just kind of going down in there like that, right?
No, it's underneath this strap.
Right here? Or this strap?
Under that one, yeah. Yeah, like that.
That don't look very safe. He's going to lose it.
That's what it shows. I didn't design it.
Well, yeah, shoulda.
I don't get paid enough.
I'm going to try to get this blaster into his holster.
You gotta pull the strap out.
Oh, crap. How do you get that? Is that all the way in? It don't look all the way in.
You putting it in the right direction?
I don't know. Does it go the other way? Hold on. Well, the blaster is really tight getting it into that holster. Actually, just for now, tuck the strap down in there instead of putting it through there. You got anything else tucks away? Well, I guess his gun. His big gun. Goes like that?
Mm-hmm. And then there's a thingy on his back. On the cape that holds it.
I don't see it.
Oh, you gotta pull it through. This.
Oh.
You pull it through.
Well, from the directions, it looks like this little strap attached to him goes through this hole in the cape. I'm not 100% sure on that.
It might just be bunched up around it. It's hard to tell in their picture.
And this attaches with a magnet. So, I guess you just go like that. That's weird. What's it? It's hitting something right here. A pouch on his inner thing. Damn it! How the hell does this go? I think it must be on. It must go on this side of the pouch. There's a pouch right here. I guess that's it.
It's probably there specifically to hold it upright because it's supposed to stick up above his head.
Huh, I never noticed that. I wonder if it's like that in the show. I'm assuming it is. But it is weird that the little thing comes through the hole in the cape. It's odd.
It's really, I mean, it might not be supposed to be like that, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. No, I think he's got all of his stuff on him, yeah. All of his weapons.
Yeah, we saw in the instructions, it actually does show you putting the little straps through the hole. I didn't notice that the first time.
Straps going right through the hole in the cape, so that's where it's supposed to go. Comes out, wraps around the gun. And the way you switch his shoulder plate is pop that off. It's just Velcro. Stick it on like that. And I think the others are on by Velcro too. I don't know why you would take them off, but you can. This one too. I mean, it's cool. I'm just not sure why you can take the other ones off. Maybe they'll have...
Maybe they thought about putting him with all of his armor.
Oh,
and
maybe.
Then they were like, no, we'll make him buy 2 figures.
Yeah. That's possible. Or they'll have a super deluxe version later, where you can have both versions of his armor. Possibly other versions if he gets more upgrades, which he probably will. Yeah, I like this and this version. Because with this one on, it makes him more like he's got pieced together armor. Which he does. I guess I don't think these are matching set. That's not a matching set.
But those ones go together.
Maybe.
Sort of.
Obviously he doesn't have his little signet or whatever. Because that doesn't happen until he's already got other Beskar armor. You can see the 2 hands he has on are gripping hands. And then he also has a trigger hand for each arm. And a fist for each arm.
It shows him using the trigger hands to hold things like the tracker and to hold ammunition, like you could pose him like he's loading the gun. Yeah.
Oh, what, these things?
Yeah, and there's some down here in his thing too.
Yeah, these do come out. Similar to like Chewbacca's figure. Okay, now I want to show off an extra accessory that I bought separately. And this was a tip that I seen on the Facebook page, Let Your Geek Sideshow, which is one of the official Sideshow Collectibles Facebook pages. Someone posted that at Hallmark you can buy this ornament of the child. It's $20. It had a little like hook that came out and I unscrewed it. But it's pretty damn close to being the right scale. Like that's about the size the child is. The little pod he's in, little crib bed pod thing. And it's sculpted really nice. Like it's pretty close to Hot Toys. I think the paint would be a little better in a Hot Toys. And the obviously his outfit would be made of cloth instead of plastic. But it's really well done. I'm pretty impressed with it. And the pod would be a little weathered better.
You were talking about putting real cloth for the blanket.
Yeah,
That would look nice.
This is plastic, but I think real cloth would be nice in there. Since he doesn't come with the child, and it might be a while for the next version of him to release that comes with a child. So until then, you could have this if you want to pay 20 bucks. You can find it. It's actually from the Hallmark store. Because I know Hallmark is sold in other stores like Walmart and stuff. But I'm not sure they have this at Walmart. But Hallmark store definitely has it. That's where I got it. So that's pretty damn cool. Oh, and the guy that showed that he had it also drilled a hole in here and put a little rod that went from this into the base, and he drilled a hole in there so it could kind of float next to him, which is pretty cool. I might do something like that.
I think it might be nice to give him his own little base.
Yeah.
It seems like if you put him on there, he'd be very close to him.
It'd be really crowded. I think I would like to have him just kind of floating off to the side a little bit. But that's really cool. So now he's got a little child to go with him.
You could just put some fishing line on it and then tape it to the shelf above them. So he looks more like he's floating.
Okay, so I made a base. This is from one of the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series bases, because I don't really use the bases for them. And I'm not sure what this metal piece came from. It was in one of my boxes. I think it came with an alien or something. I don't remember. But I did have to drill a little bit into the peg hole because it didn't quite fit. And then drilled the hole into that little thing. It looks like there should be a hole in it. And that works pretty damn good. And that's about the height that I would like it to be. So, yeah, that works nicely. Oh yeah, so I guess we can look at that at the figure itself. One of the things I noticed right away, I'm going to take this off, is I was messing around with him, and I just liked the way his cape moves around. It looks realistic. Because I've had other figures with capes that are real stiff and they don't really move very well, but this one, it just looks like a cape flopping around.
Or ones that are too light, like the material itself doesn't have enough weight to it to drape properly.
Yeah. This one folds and it's really nice.
And look at all the tattering along the bottom.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's really detailed.
That's really good tattering without making it fraying. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Little holes in it. I like the feel of it. Here's what he looks like back there. Here's a little thing that holds onto his rifle. That looks like real metal almost. Got a little pouch. Some more of this ammunition. I wonder how many of these there are all over him. And more dinged up parts here. And there's this. I noticed this a lot in the show. I don't know why. This thing in the back of his head, I'm always looking at that. It must just show it a lot.
What does it do?
I don't know. Probably has something to do with taking the helmet off. I don't know. Although I think he just lifts it off, so I don't know.
Maybe it's like a hair vent for if you got long hair. They all stick out there.
Maybe. I like the way they did the helmet too. It's shiny, but it's got weathering on it. One thing that worried me in the preview pictures is it looked like his head was small, like the helmet was small. But in person, it looks just about right. And his helmet does seem to be smaller than like Boba Fett's helmet. Boba Fett's helmet's big and his just seems to be small. I'm not sure why they changed it.
I don't think it looks out of proportion with his body size though. It looks good.
And if you see pictures of the actors without the helmet on and but they have the suit on, their head is real tiny in it because this suit's kind of bulky with the armor and stuff.
I'm really pleased with this.
Me too.
Honestly, the only thing that bothers me a little bit, and we might be able to fix it, is just how his pants are kind of bunched up around here.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe.
Might be able to fix it, I don't know.
He does have padding inside of here to make his legs look thicker. Might be able to mess with that and get it in a better position. But this part here, I noticed, it like stood out to me. I mean, that is the way it is in the show, but for some reason on this figure, it just kind of stands out to me.
Well, I think part of it is because of this underneath.
Maybe.
Looks funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, that's a very minor thing, and I think we'll be able to fix it pretty easily.
I can't wait until the show he replaces these. Like, I like it for this suit because it's pieced together, but when he gets the Beskar armor, he still has these, and it's
and
like,
they look funny.
yeah, it's like, get them replaced, damn it.
Maybe that's to remind you to play the video.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Like these things are all shiny, chrome with red, shiny red. There's these little things. I forget what those do, but they look like they shoot something. What is this, a knee pad? That's not much of a knee pad. There's his boots. They're all textured.
They should have had him wearing mismatched boots too. That would have made me happy.
There's this Predator Gauntlet. He flips this up and hits the self-destruct button and starts laughing at Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All the weird symbols blink on it.
There's the other one. This is the one that shoots blades out like Predator. Doesn't actually. Where's his flamethrower on this one? Is it like, is that it, or is it like pop out or something?
I thought.
But this belt looks leathery. It's really cool. It looks like a metal buckle. I mean, I think it's plastic, but it looks metal, which is cool. You can see his holster. A lot of sewing there. For most of the pictures, it seems like his cape usually is underneath, at least on this shoulder, is underneath the armor. Man, he's just so cool. Okay, there is a little bit of issue with his articulation, because I was trying to get the rifle like a picture we see where he's holding the rifle up closer to his head for aiming. And his arm don't want to go up. And this kind of pops off, don't want to sit on there at all when his arm's up like that. His arm don't want to go up any further than this. So I'm not sure if you can really get that in a good aiming pose, which kind of sucks.
But, I mean, we'll probably have it displayed with it on his back anyway.
Yeah, I doubt I would display him aiming this gun, but that's still pretty cool. Maybe he's shooting something big where you don't need to aim. So that works.
Let me tickle you with my tendrils of electricity.
Making sure that stormtrooper's dead. There he is holding the blaster. Once again, I wish his arm could go up a little higher. Because I would, if I wanted him shooting his blaster, which that's a very possible pose that I'd want to display him in. He can't get his arm up very high. That will be a gripe with this figure, is the arm should go up higher. I don't know why they're so tight. I guess it just has something to do with the padding and the material here. I don't know.
Yeah, because they could have made the shoulder pads are just stuck on there. You know what I mean? They're not the issue.
There he's looking at the little fob. Very cool. So there he is on his base. His feet don't exactly fit right into them footprints. I guess they don't have to. That looks cool. Like I was saying, we could have that other helmet back there. That looks cool too. It is kind of hidden, so I don't know if it's really necessary.
I can still see it from the front.
So there's Mando next to the Hot Toys Boba Fett. And this is the this is the Return of the Jedi version. And you can see that his helmet is bigger than Mando's. But I think that's about how it is, though. Some of the differences in the armor. And some of the similarities. You don't got his jetpack yet. But once we get the Beskar Mandalorian, we'll be comparing jetpacks. He's got a similar thing in the back of his head, too. Still hasn't been confirmed that Boba Fett is even a Mandalorian at all. From what is known now, he is not a Mandalorian.
He just has the armor.
Yeah. His dad, there's conflicting stories whether his dad, Jango Fett, was a Mandalorian. Some stories say that he just stole the armor. Some say that he was one. So, depends. Well, these two might be meeting up in Season 2 of Mandalorian. According to rumors. Or possibly just meeting up with somebody wearing Boba Fett's armor. There's a lot of rumors going around. There's a rumor that there's a guy wearing his armor, but Boba Fett is also in the show, probably trying to get his armor back. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Guess we'll do articulation since we found that some of it is lacking. I find your lack of articulation disturbing. Okay, so his head's really good. Just about everything I think he'd want to do with the head. At the shoulders, that's where there's an issue. Go up like about that far. And then go forward. That's a real issue. Go that far forward. That's not very far at all. Yeah, both of them. I don't like that. It should go more forward than that.
Yeah. That's a lot disappointing.
And the elbow, bend about that far. They could spin to the top of the bicep. And the wrist, it's on a hinge. So pretty good there, a little hindered by the gauntlet. Torso, not much of the torso. You can twist, but it won't hold. I'm not sure about the legs, we haven't really tried that. It looks like
Bumps a little there.
I'm gonna go about that far. It's not too bad. And the knee. Knee's good. Spin at the top of the thigh. Ankle's pretty good. Really good. So, yeah, the shoulders are the biggest issue. If the shoulder articulation was better, then I'd be pretty happy with the articulation. Okay, so I really, really like this figure. Obviously, you can tell the biggest gripe that we have is the shoulder articulation. Mm-hmm. Besides the shoulder articulation, I think this figure is just really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, even with that hindrance, I'm still really glad that we got it.
Me too.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I remember when I first pre-ordered this, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to release a version where he has updated armor or something. I'm going to want that and not want this, but I'm very happy with getting this one now.
Yeah, we're going to want both.
Yeah. And the armor weathering is really cool. I like you can switch the one shoulder piece of armor he gets updated in the show early on. And I like the way his rifle fits and attaches to him. That's pretty cool. All the little ammo that's removable. His base is cool with that little stormtrooper helmet sticking out.
I love that detail.
Me too.
And it would have been nice if he came with the baby.
Yeah, but I don't think they knew about the baby yet.
Yeah,
Nobody
maybe
did.
not.
Like I said, if you're able to get this one, it works pretty well. I think if you can do it, you might want to weather it a little more.
Maybe unrosy his cheeks because they're awfully pink.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to make him seem more Christmassy and jolly.
Probably.
Because he's supposed to be a Christmas ornament.
And add some cloth to it. Would be good. And a stand too, so it can float. You know, even if you just have it set in there, it'd be cool. Mm-hmm. But I like the base, the sand, and everything.
Yeah, I really like the base, which normally I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
And as I mentioned, I like the cape. Just the way the cape feels and flows around when you're moving it. And the helmet is just so awesome. It's all shiny but weathered at the same time. It's just a really, really awesome figure. And I can't wait for the Beskar version to come out with the official Hot Toys version of the child. Who also comes in a pod like this, which will probably look a lot better.
I can't wait to watch more of the show.
Yeah, me too. Well, I love this figure. If you're able to get him, I'd say he's worth it. Unless you just want one Mando, then maybe you should go for the Beskar. But even if you do that, he's probably going to change again. So who knows what you get.
So you won't be able to buy one until the show's over. You never know when it's going to change again.
But by that point, your favorite version might be too hard to get.
Mm-hmm. So just get all of them.
Well, I don't know. They'll probably have a version where he has an unmasked head. So far, I don't care about that. When he took his mask off, when he took his helmet off in that one episode, I'm like, yeah, put it back on.
Yep. I mean, I like that actor, but just for the Mandalorian, I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, this figure is awesome. I love it. That's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm the bugger.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Hey, let's watch the newest episode of Mandalorian. Okay. I can't wait to see what Baby Yoda does next. His name is not Baby Yoda. Yoda died before this. He's a different character. I know, but he doesn't have a name yet, and he looks like Yoda and he's a baby, so I call him Baby Yoda. No, don't do that, you idiot. It's wrong. Now just watch the show.
How are you doing, child? I wish I knew what to call you, instead of just calling you the child all the time. I need to give you a name.
Excuse me. He looks like an old friend of mine. I might have a suggestion for a name.
And what would that be?
Baby Yoda.
I like it. From now on, your name will be Baby Yoda.
What? Shut up!
Oh, damn it, man! You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh!